Okay, so how many people know that India is independent in making air fighter jet plane? India is independent in making fighter jet plane. India has Tejas fighter jet plane, and Tejas fighter jet plane India is making indigenously. Thousands of times this has been repeated in the newspaper everywhere. India has indigenously made Tejas fighter jet aeroplane that India is considering to export it. Okay, how many people do know that Indian Air Force has submitted a requisition to have 140 Rafale air jet again? Till some time back, if people remember, in April only India had purchased 26 Rafale air jet, 26. Each was carrying worth 2,500 crore. 2,500 crore, one fighter jet plane, 2,500 crore. From a people where 50% people they do not have two-time food. Okay, when news surface like any fire that one Rafale aircraft coming from France, it cost 2,500 crore. Okay, India spent 500 crore rupees when it lifted one Sukla from Uttar Pradesh. One Sukla from Uttar Pradesh. I'm not telling the full name because you understand what the people of the country is. 500 crore was paid in uplifting him to the international space station. What India got in that? Only people laughed at it. 500 crore rupees and that to American technology. What you get? This is generally done by the billionaires to spend their money. Billionaires have problem where they will spend their money. Then they go to the international space station and they just throw 70, 80 million dollar like this one because they have tons of money. They enjoy their life. What is the reason that India is enjoying sending one Sukla to the to the international air station from America, paying 550 or 500 crore rupees? Then in April timeframe, news surfaced that India is buying Rafale 28 Rafale jet or 26 Rafale jet. One Rafale jet is 2,500 crore rupees. After some time, I believe June July time, news surfaced that India is buying not from the France now because that is very costly. Indian Air Force is buying 97 Tejas aircraft from the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, to save the money. Means one Tejas aircraft fighter jet cost around 500 crore rupees or 600 crore rupees against 2,500 crore rupees per unit of the Rafale. So government said that see how much money we are saving. Now Rafale is third generation fighter jet, and Tejas is also third generation fighter jet. But Tejas is single engine, and Rafale is dual engine. Okay, so India started kind of someone would say widening its chest that see how much we protect our indigenous technology, and then we are buying 97 Tejas aircraft from the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited worth some 65,000 crore or something like that. Means one will cost around 6,620 or 30 crore rupees, far better than 2,500 crore rupees. Now Indian Air Force, now it has deposited a demand. It has made a demand to the Ministry of Defense that it needs 140 Tejas aircraft. 140 Rafale air. In this 2025, only September month is coming. In there are three purchases of fighter jet has happened. One for the Rafale, then for the Tejas, and then again 140 Rafale worth 2 lakh crore rupees. In 2 lakh crore rupees, around 140, not 140, 114, 114, 114, I'll see it. I think so. 114 Rafale aircraft will be purchased by Ministry of Defense. 114 means more or less each will cost little less than 2,000 crores. Okay, what this magic is going on? If someone purchase Rafale from France, then one Rafale cost 2,500 crore. Now new 114 Rafale will be purchased at 2 lakhs crore, saying it will cost less than 2,000 crore per unit. Now they are saying that these Rafale will be purchased from India only. Now there is a Dassault. I believe I don't know which country company is Dassault company. They have unit in Nagpur in India, and they are going to purchase Rafale engine and other mandatory things from France. They will import it, and then out on top of it, 16% of the body and other things they will add indigenously, and this will be made in India Rafale, and that's why it is cheaper. Also, why you are not going with the Tejas? Anyone will ask this question. Why you are not going with the Tejas? You are going with Make in India Rafale. That is completely indigenous. And this is after all 40% will come from the France only. The answer is lying that Tejas is also not Indian only. The Tejas engine comes from America. The Tejas engine comes from America. Whereas Rafael engine will come from France. What is difference between these two? Both are made in India only. But primary part is one for one Tejas, I believe engine cost 50 crore rupees. One Tejas. But overall it is around 600 crore rupees whatsoever. So Rafael engine will come from the France, and overall it will cost less than 2000 crore rupees. Anyway, this is considered as a big blow to the Russia. Russia this month only or next month, October time frame, Russia was in full-fledged mood to establish a make in India. Russia fifth generation Su-57. Su-57 fighter jet, that is fifth generation. Rafale is third generation. Su-57 fighter jet from Russia, they were about to establish a company in India where whatever is not very important, those parts will be grown in India only. Otherwise, mandatory part, that is engine or other crucial part, will come from the Russia, and then it will be made in India. So rather than going for Su-57 make in India from Russia, India is going toward the Rafale only. I don't know who has given this is something like that. You give something as a food in someone's mouth, and he will obey you like a jinn. Jinn. Jinn will always obey you. He will say yes, sir, like a slave. I don't know what slavery these people have made to the France. Okay, then someone would say, boss, Rafale, making one unit of Rafale in India would be far cheaper than making Su-57 from the Russia. Su-57 cost $35 million to $40 million. If someone is making in India, 35 million to 40 million dollar per unit, that will come, I believe, more or less, it will come as 400 crore to 500 crore rupees. Okay, whereas one Rafale making in India, it cost $130 million. $130 million will come around 1,500, more or less 1,300 crore. If some India is making Rafale indigenously in India, then it is more or less 1,500 crore rupees in India. Okay, Dassault Energy Company or something like that. If some company is making Su-57, that is fifth generation, far better than Rafale, then it costs one third of the Rafale if someone is making it in India. But I don't know why India is going behind Rafale, going behind third generation rather than going behind the fifth generation, that is from Russia. If you want third generation only, why then you can use Tejas, make it dual engine. Single engine you are buying from the America, buy dual engine from America. That is Aerospace is a company from GE Aerospace in the company in America. They are giving H404. That is, I believe, that is the engine name, or F404 to HAL, and HAL is making Tejas. No one is understanding what's going on. But one thing for sure, India is flowing money like a water in the fighter jet. And then the BrahMos missile is being created with the help of Russia one. In defense sector, India is flowing money like a water. In April time frame, 26 Rafale came, worth I believe 60,000 crore. Again in the May-June time frame, 97 fighter jet from the Tejas were ordered, worth around 65,000 crore again. Not 2 lakhs crore, means more or less 3.5 lakh crore Only this year purchase has happened, order has been given in the defense area. Then 500 crore to lift one Shukla to the air to the international space station. People do not have two time food in India. Half of the people they eat only one time. Still, it is better than Gaza Strip, where children are also not getting food for days. Children in Gaza Strip, they are getting food for once in a week. This is the average we were calculating, once in a week or once in a 10 days. Children, where children are known to eat any time. You give them money or they will buy something and they will eat. This is called children. And they are getting food every 7 days, every 10 days. Anyway, India, half of the population, they are getting one time food in a day. Half of the population. But 3.5 lakhs crore is spent only on the fighter jet from January to September time frame. Okay, from the I don't know when Russia fighter jet is more advanced, fifth generation, one third it cost than the Rafale fighter jet is still going for the Rafale. I don't. Anyway, I have something in written that I'll read it through. I'm not saying you do not purchase it. Why don't you manufacture this indigenously? Why cannot you manufacture engine also? After all, French people are not made by the God, right? Or American people made by the God, or Indians are something they what cannot go beyond it. Anyway, now the situation is happening that Indian Air Force they have proposed an acquisition of 114 made in India Rafale fighter jets from the Ministry of Defense. And this Rafale jet will be manufactured by Dassault Aviation site at Nagpur. Dassault Aviation. I don't know the way name Dassault. Dassault itself is Indian or not. That is under question mark. Dassault Aviation at Nagpur. They will make so 60% will be the indigenous content and 40% will be imported from the France. And more or less it will cost $130 million per unit. Whereas if they make fifth generation, this is third generation, fifth generation fighter jet from Russia, Su-57, that they Su-57E, I believe E is extended. They were about to set up that plant in India next month only. That's it. And one unit was to cost $35 million to $40 million, much advanced than Rafale. But they are going with the Rafale one, or probably they would have done the kind of signing the deal sometime back only. So they have to go now as per the deal whatsoever. Anyway, if Indian Air Force is submitting the proposal to the Ministry of Defense, the procedure is first it will go through DPB, Defense Procurement Board, then it will go to DAC, Defense Acquisition Council, then it will go to the Cabinet Committee on Security that is led by the Prime Minister. These are published in the newspaper. I have not gone inside the Defense Department and I am telling you. These are the published in the newspaper only. This is the procedure that it will go through. So probably it takes 1 or 2 years, I believe, to get completely or something like that. Anyway, let's see the prices. 30 to 40 billion million, 30 to 40 million dollars is the one piece of price Su-57. Whereas if I fifth generation from America F-35, it costs $110 million. And if we see third generation Rafale, it costs $130 million. Means Su-57 from Russia is much cheaper, much more advanced. But they are committed to give money to the European Union and America only, or they are trying to please them because America is angry on India whatsoever. I don't know. This is how it is. Now, question is arising: how many Rafale India has? India has already 176 Rafale. Already 176 Rafale. Okay, how many Tejas India has? So India total, I believe India has purchased 83 Tejas in 2021 and 97 Tejas it has purchased in 2025. I can say around 200 Tejas India has and 110, 176 Rafale India has. More or less I can say 400 fighter jet India has, 114 India is ordering. Okay, so if I talk about Sukhoi, that is Su 30 MKI. Su 30 MKI is a Sukhoi fighter jet India already have in its air force. And that Sukhoi fighter jet, what India has, Russia was saying, I am going to set up Su-57E, fifth generation fighter jet plant in India. Not only that, or in a free or in a less money, we will do the maintenance of your Su-30 MKI that you already have. How many Sukhoi fighter jet India has right now? India has 272 Sukhoi fighter jet, around 300, means 800. I would say 1000 fighter jet India already has. Why it needs so, I don't know. What about China? China had 2,900 fighter jets, but all are made in China. From engine to every part, that will be far cheaper. If I take the money that India had spent to get 1,000 fighter jet and China had spent to get 2,900 fighter jet, then India money will be much higher than three times what China has because everything is indigenous. See the Chinese product. If I buy a Caesar that is made in China, Caesar. A small Caesar cost 10 rupees. If I buy Caesar from India, it costs 20, 30 rupees. That is the difference. When Chinese product made in China, it costs that cheaper in India, then how much cheaper it would be if it is inside the China only? Means India as a fighter jet, 1,000 fighter jet against 2,900 fighter jet of China. India had spent much more money than what China has. But see the effect, they have fifth generation fighter jets also, which India does not have any fifth generation. That will work in a artificial intelligence manner also. Without any pilot, nothing, it will just flow across. Anyway, how much fighter jet Pakistan has? Because India is deterrent with these two countries only. Pakistan has 300 fighter jets. India has around 1,000 fighter jets, and it keep on growing only and fully throwing its money into the water. Now 114 Rafale fighter jet at the cost of 2 lakh crore rupees. If you do not understand 2 lakh crore rupees, then it will come around, I believe, $24 billion. $24 billion worth. India is purchasing 114 Rafale. Okay, what were the other Rafale deal? 15th July 2022, India has purchased 35 Rafale jet. 28th April 2025, India has purchased 26 Rafale jet at the cost of 63,000 crore. 21st Jan 2021, India has purchased 83 Tejas worth 45,000 crore. And 21st August 2025, India purchased 97 Tejas worth 62,000 crore. Okay, 26 Rafael in 63,000 crore and 97 Tejas in 62,000 crore. Same, but quantity is more than double. If India make from engine to everything indigenously, well, it will not cost more than 100 crore, probably within less than 50 crore only. India will have thousands of aircraft fighter jets in its military with the same money what it is spending behind Rafale and this and that whatsoever. Anyway, India has a plan for the AMCA, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, that is being manufactured. This is what Indian government is saying. This is 5.5 generation aircraft. Now people have too many questions about India. Why we are putting question about India? Because if everyone was wealthy in India, then we don't talk about these things. Why we bother it? When people are this much this much to a level where they cannot manage two times food, 50% of the people. In global hunger index, India for the past, I believe, for 6 years, I am seeing India is at the end only in the global hunger index. In that manner, you are falsifying people. Tejas is our indigenously made. If it is indigenously made and it is so good, then why you are going behind Raphael and those kind of things? There is a problem. Means okay, if they are going for new version of Tejas, means dual engine, then engine has to come from the G Aerospace one. And United States is not going to give you engine. No. The way you are doing with the Russia, America is breaking tie with an India. They will not give. Probably that is the reason they are buying Rafael. That is the dual engine, because dual engine is not going to come from GE or from the America. That is H414 engine or something like that, so that they can make dual engine Tejas fighter jet. More or less, they are running behind Rafael only. Okay, why they are not running behind Su-57 from Russia? That is matter to be seen. But full money of India, it is going in showcase only, and full people, they are living life in dark. I believe sometime these two will be managed. Means one will live in bright, and India will, provided India will not flow the money into the water the way it is doing. If India reverse it, then this, I believe, this that Hungary and whatever we are talking, this will also get reversed. This is what I feel